tuning in to the online broadcast network, AFTERBUZZ TV. Over 20 million weekly downloads in over 150 countries, and your number one source for after-show entertainment. AFTERBUZZ TV, the destination for TV superfans, producing after-shows for over 300 of your favorite TV shows, interviewing celebrities and showrunners, and bringing you behind-the-scenes exclusives. All thanks to E! Entertainment's Maria Menounos, producer Kevin Undergaro, and internet leader Akamai. Now, let the buzz begin!
Woohoo!
We gotta lead into it. We're so excited. This is slow for us.
I know. Just let it sink in, you guys.
So good.
Just a little bit.
Remember where you came from, ladies.
We're just gonna let it play.
The dirt.
Just let it play.
Yes. The dirt.
There you go.
Oh, country music. It's back, people.
It never left.
Hey guys, welcome back. We are so excited. This is season 3, episode 1 of Nashville. We are all fired up here. This one is called That's Me Without You. I'm your host, JJ Jurgens, and I'm joined here tonight with a room full of lovely ladies.
Hey, I was just about to say hey y'all, and then I looked at Whitney and I was like, I can't take her hey y'all. I'm Keetin Marchi.
Hey, y'all. I'm Whitney Lane.
Hey, I'm Kanian.
And hey everyone, I'm Marisa Serafini.
And you guys, my mom.
Yay!
She's a huge Nashville fan, and we just found out she's actually named after Patsy Klein. So it's nice that you're here today.
Very fitting for the first
My
episode. We love it.
Just for this show.
And I love that we have Marisa out of the booth too now.
Yeah.
That's the season.
You know what? I was like, I have to talk about Nashville. I had to make it, on the show. So
How
here
can
I
you
am.
not? How can you not?
I know, seriously.
You almost spoiled it. We all walked in the studio today, and you were just like, I have to talk to you guys about it. We're like, don't say anything.
Yeah,
Well, different, so now we're doing it now.
Yes.
I'm
when you started
excited.
tweeting earlier, I was like, no! You cannot do that to us. I have to shut my feet off.
Yeah.
Well, before we dive into it, I also want to make another big congratulations because while we're on break, we had a big wedding over here. So, congratulations.
Yay,
Show them the bling.
Show.
No,
7 carats?
Anymore.
7 carats?
Yes.
Like
Right?
Rayna James.
Yeah.
The new Rayna James. Love it.
And I chose. Oh, I'll tell you later.
Oh, I know what you're going to say. The tension is rising, people.
I want to know. I don't know what she's going to say. Let's get this show on the road so I can find out.
All right. Well, speaking of that, let's start the show then with the road trip discussion.
I loved
That
it.
was right?
Great segue. Look at you.
Okay, fresh out of the gate. We're ready to go this season.
You're
Y'all,
so excited.
I love it. I love those three together. Because at first, season 1, they all hate each other. They're at each other's throats besides Avery and Scarlett. Then it's Gunnar and Scarlett. Now it's like just one big old car full of friends. Drunk Avery and friends.
And it was so realistic. Their chemistry is, you can tell that all these guys are friends off set, and even that especially that fighting scene where Avery kind of turns around at Gunnar, that was my favorite scene of the entire episode. I thought it was hilarious. I thought their timing was hysterical, and I loved all their reactions. So
It was really
I'm excited.
real. I feel like it's something that you go on a road trip and it could happen.
oh,
Like,
absolutely.
It's something that it was real.
I went on a road trip this summer, and I can tell you, I went into a couple bars like that and wanting to get out. But
Yeah.
I gotta say that road trip also brought one of my favorite scenes of the night too. I actually loved when Avery and Scarlett are getting a little deep, talking about their past and the stuff, and then he says that I always thought a better man would come along, and all of a sudden Gunnar pops out.
Oh my God.
I think I just got chiggers.
I love it.
Awesome.
That was
I love
amazing
it.
timing.
Yeah.
I love the editing on that. But like you ladies said, I love their chemistry now because in the first season we're establishing all the relationships. On second one's like, okay, how do we do better than the first season? And the third one's now is let's just have fun. And all these guys are having fun, and I love that's a great way to just start this season.
I loved the throwback that Gunnar gave to Kelly Clarkson when he quoted
What was it? What was the line? What doesn't kill you makes you strong. I can't get up that high. Kelly's got that. Kelly's got that. No, but it makes you think. Zoe wasn't here this whole episode. So her and Gunnar, we know they're kind of still together. You hear them talk on the phone. But he's like, oh, I don't know. I just jumped in the car, and then I didn't know I was going on a road trip. It's like something's going down.
Yeah. I really want it. I mean,
I
I
do.
love Zoe, but I really want them to get back together. I just, she needs somebody who lightens her up a little bit, and I love him this season. So
You can't
I want it.
deny.
I
Yeah,
agree.
you can't deny that chemistry, songwriting wise at all.
Yeah.
So I want to see that happen again. Come full circle.
And just the way their voices blend. I want another song from them ASAP. If they don't give it to us in like the first 3 episodes, I'm be very angry at you, Nashville.
Well, at least she turned that car around.
Yes,
So
she
we
did.
know she's
Yeah,
going back to
thankfully.
Nashville. We've got some good stuff.
Wherever you go is where you are. Deep thoughts with Gunner.
I know. I heard that too. I was like, what?
That's gonna be a new like song.
He might be my favorite this season already. I feel like
Yeah.
he's going to have some good stuff for us.
I hope so.
Me too, because we loved him the first season, and then we all got kind of like, sick of him last season. So yeah, I hope he really
When he
comes
got a
back.
big head.
Yeah.
When he got all that money.
Yeah.
That $400,000 check for writing that #1 song.
And
That's
I
what
really
we all need to be
I
doing.
really hope he comes in studio.
Oh yeah, I mean that'd be amazing. But
Tweet him, people.
I-
Tweet him.
I really don't think Gunner's character is like that though, because he's the only person who's actually worked for his career. He started from the bottom and he's working his way to the top, because compared to everybody else, they were given them opportunities, right place, right time. But he's the only one on the show who's actually started, so he deserves all the success he's getting right now.
Started from the bottom, now we're here.
Exactly.
He getting there. I'm excited to see what happens.
Yeah.
I mean, and it was kind of interesting because you kind of see Avery, like, I mean, he's a drunk mess. You know, talking to the girl in the bar. You know, she was putting him right where she wanted him because she wanted that man chasing after him, getting a little jealous. But he's all torn up.
He looked rough.
now, how were you guys happy that he didn't just let Juliet back in right away, or how do you feel about that?
I'm kind of annoyed with Avery because I feel like he's acting a little holier than thou. I feel like he forgot about all the times he screwed over Scarlett and all the things he did to the bandmates and all that. Okay, she made a mistake. She's obviously so sorry, Juliet. And I feel like he's just giving her such a hard time about it.
I think he'll give her, I think he needs a little time, but I don't think that he's going to end it. I think he's hurt, and I think it's normal for him to be like, I cannot talk to you right now. I've got to get away. But she's just a messed up person, and that's what she's trying to explain. But does that give her an excuse to do this? No, she shouldn't have done it in the first place. I think it's just going to take time for them.
Well, I completely agree with you, Violet. Like, Avery, look in the mirror. Like,
Right.
everybody makes mistakes. Everybody has bad days, according to Miley Cyrus. But no, but
We went so long with that.
I think he's being a little hypocritical, and I think he's being a drama queen. And if anybody should know, like, he used to pull the bottle away from Juliet. Like, what are you doing, buddy? Come on,
Right.
get your crap together.
All right, to be devil's advocate, yes, I agree too, because we know from the beginning, the first season, he was that a-hole character that none of us liked. None of us liked. But now we are Team Avery, but for his perspective, I can understand why he wouldn't let Julia back in so soon, especially after Jeff Fordham, of all people. So I can understand his hesitation. But again, it shows that his character has grown up. He's more of an adult. So yes, a more younger person who's naive and just desperate would be willing to let Juliet to come back. But it shows his character growth, and he's more of an adult now.
Well, and I can agree with that point, and that I thought that's kind of why him and Juliet worked, is because they both knew we both had done these bad things in the past, but we're ready to now have a mature relationship and show that we care about somebody and move forward. So I can see why he's like, well, wait, now you're going back to that, and he's not putting up with it.
I love though how you're calling him an adult, and he's like this wasty face all episode.
Adults get wasted, yes, but it shows that he is growing up.
I see that.
We'll just see, though, because in the end, it's like they just have these ups and downs always. I feel like Juliet can't catch a break when it comes down to it, but now, we got the news that she's having somebody's baby.
Oh my
That's
God.
just going to be a whole nother obstacle, I think, for her and Avery if it happens to not be his, or if it happens to be. Like, you never know, because she still cheated on him, so he's going to have a baby now. You never, that's going to be hard to kind
If
of.
she actually has a baby.
There's so many options for that.
Let's go ahead and jump to that one while we're
Yeah.
what's up. Who do you guys want to be the father of her baby?
Avery?
I want it to be Avery's. I
Avery.
do, and I want that to make them get back together.
And I'm the only one. I know I'm going to get fried by you guys out there because I already got nasty texts last season, but I want it to be Jeff's. I just
You're
do.
such a drama queen.
Drama. I do.
It would be dramatic, that's for sure.
Okay,
Yeah,
but the
and
thing
really
is,
it's just because I love Oliver Hudson, and I think I want to see him have more parts, and I want to see more from him versus him just being an asshole all the time.
but that's the thing. I think his character is just the asshole. Because if it was Jeff's baby, I don't think he's the kind of character that would change his ways and become a better person for Juliet.
Right.
Avery would be. He'd be like, okay, what do we do? I'm gonna be a father. He's the one who character growth again, that who would change his ways and become the adult to be a father figure, not Jeff.
I think Jeff. I think Jeff.
Looks could kill Marissa. Could kill JJ.
I'm against Jeff right
so
now.
deep down, I really do. I always have liked her with Avery, but just a little bit of me does kind of want it to be Jeff.
I honestly, I do not. I think this pregnancy is going to last probably up till the mid-season finale, and I think she's going to lose the baby. I don't think we're going to get it.
Save that stuff.
Yeah.
I just got shot from both sides.
I do have to say, I think Jeff would eat it up, though. He'd be like, I'm having that baby with Juliet, and I'm even more famous than, you know what I mean?
That's exactly
That's what I mean. I think
the
it might stir
worst.
that pot, though, a
Yeah.
little bit, you know, and
It'd be
cause some
entertaining.
good.
The press releases, the media. Oh, God.
We didn't see Jeff at all this episode.
No.
That's right.
Thankfully.
2 people we haven't seen so far. We'll see. Drama. But she was a hot mess in general. Let's talk about that because girl is so, I mean, she's a great actress. We always talk about it. An amazing singer, but whew, sometimes it's like, you really got to go cut that hair. You really need to be crying with that face.
I mean, first of all,
question.
you do not hand a pair of scissors to an emotional woman right after a breakup.
Glenn,
No, to anyone.
Let her go in a room by herself.
Yeah. She's
like,
like,
"Here are the
They're like the
scissors."
biggest scissors I've ever seen in my life, too. Like,
now Glenn should know better than that.
Can we please, though? I don't care if it's Lifetime. I actually think a big studio should make a Patsy Klein movie, and please cast Hayden Panettiere.
Yeah.
Like that performance was amazing, absolutely amazing.
Now they kind of made it look like she wasn't going to get the part. They were all kind of like, "Why is she crying up here?" You know she's going to get that part.
That was
You
so
know
brilliant.
she's going to get it.
yeah.
And now her hair is short. Now she even looks closer to Patsy Klein.
But we did comment. We said, "Look, she covering up her baby bump. She
Yeah.
had her hands in front.
Singing.
You got to notice those fun details."
laying on her stomach.
Yeah, even the camera angle when she's talking to the whole panel, like, how do you want me to sing? And it was over the shoulder, conveniently covering her stomach.
It's
She
gonna
was
get
on
a
the
lot
couch
more.
at first. She was face down on the couch.
So
I could
smart.
see it.
I love how,
Fun watching how they cover it every episode.
but luckily she's pregnant. Like
yeah,
that, they
that's
wrote that
true.
in pretty well. I
That
mean,
is true.
we'll see what happens.
Yeah.
But she's due in December, so
Ooh.
they're gonna have to
I
figure
know.
something out.
I would love to talk to the writers and figure out when, like, did they decide at the end of last season that they were going to have this pregnancy storyline, or like, because it did feel like it was set up so perfectly after the affair and the breakup, and then it's like, who's the daddy? I don't know. I would want to like get in their heads and be like, okay, how did you guys get the storyline written out? When did it come about? Was it Hayden's idea? Did you guys ever not want to have her be pregnant and just hide it the whole time?
It's gonna be
Yeah, nice to
interesting.
hear.
And I wonder what the storyline they were thinking of before she got
Because
really
it had to be
pregnant.
dramatic.
Yeah,
it had to
have
be.
something.
Yeah.
So I'd love to know the alternative.
Or maybe they're like, hey, Hayden, we're going to write in that Juliet gets pregnant. Why don't we know you're engaged? Just go get pregnant.
Step up that process.
We're gonna have to get the
Method
writers
acting.
to call in this season.
We will.
That'll
We'll work
be,
on
yeah,
that.
that'll be our
Thank you.
goal. Yeah. Well, let's go ahead and let's switch over to talk about Will. And his scenes this episode. Well, first, I think great job on singing live. I mean, that had to be completely nerve-wracking, and he's started that off, and it was excellent.
And we caught both performances because we actually caught the one that was on the West Coast as well and the East Coast feed. So I don't know. What'd you think of the differences? Did you see anything? Layla was a little bit
Layla
different
was very different. She like had a little smile in the second one.
because she has to
Not so
put on
much
a
in the
show.
first one, yeah.
Because it's a reality show, right? She has to be like, oh, he's writing about me, but he's gay. My husband's gay. Like, you know, like
Right.
she's crying, but pretend everything's okay. That's uncomfortable. And that poor girl, I will never, I just think it's so messed up. Not that he's gay, but that it's the fact that he knew he was when he married this girl who had never been with a guy before in her life. Like, she's gonna be, like, is she gonna ever be able to trust a man again?
Nope.
No.
It's
So
so
sad.
sad to me.
Jaded.
She's so young.
And she's peaked early, too.
Oh
in
yeah.
her
In terms
career.
of
Like,
career.
Like she's nothing after that reality show. Literally, once they break up and whatnot, she's
Ouch,
they,
Marisa.
they don't have faith in
Nothing.
her. No, they don't have faith in her that she's going to be a successful artist.
Well, she was
So
dropped
she's
anyways, wasn't she?
Yeah.
Exactly. It's like she literally doesn't have a career until after the reality show.
She needs a really good therapist after this.
Yeah.
I thought, I
me
mean,
wrong.
we all thought this with the live performance. Well, first of all, I thought the West Coast was better than the East Coast one. It was the second time he did it. He seemed more comfortable. His voice sounded really good. But it looked like a soap opera.
Yes,
it was
it
like a
did.
weird filter. I don't know, but it was
It was
so
shot
different
at like
and
30
shocking.
frames
Yeah.
per second rather than normal version.
That's so
yeah.
interesting.
Yeah, it was very soap opera
Yeah.
version. I'm like, what is this?
But kind of cool that they're doing it from the Bluebird, you know?
Yeah.
Like,
I definitely have to
iconic.
applaud coming
Oh,
out and
yeah.
trying something like that. Like, I mean, that was just.
And for both
Yeah.
feeds, that's
Yeah.
amazing.
They
Nobody's
had to be
done
tired.
that. Nobody's
Right, it's
done
late
that.
there, and I mean, I just think like kudos to them for going for it and putting themselves out there like that.
being the first show to ever do
Yeah.
such a thing, and it was a success. Nobody messed up their lines or anything like that. You know, no cracks in the voices. It worked.
And the
That's
the
cool.
timing too was just that was just so cool.
Yeah.
Do that again, Nashville, please. It was really cool. And next time, invite us to the live performance, and we'll be there.
We like that.
Absolutely.
Yes.
So, do you think that Deacon caught on that there was something a little messed up between Will and Layla?
Yeah, 'cause
Yes,
he was watching.
when he
He
saw
was
them,
seeing it, and he
yeah.
was very, very worried that he was going to hear what was the actual truth. So it just kind of makes you wonder what's going to happen in the future when this probably will come out, because now more people know about this, given that it was caught on camera. He's going to have to figure out a way to handle this, because he's very scared of anyone finding out, but everybody's going to know at some point.
But I'm a little confused with the whole network thing, and she walks in and shows the tape. Wouldn't a network be more interested in what they caught than
Depends
to
on
be
the network.
blackmailing them?
A lot.
And I think that's what'll
Really?
happen.
Well, that's why we all commented when she was like, "Oh, no network would want a gay cowboy and a
Right.
naive." I'm like, yeah, actually, I think a
That's
lot would
amazing
right now.
TV right
Those
there.
are some ratings for sure.
Well,
But-
again, it depends on the network. If they were selling this wholesome, like, lovable country newlyweds, and it was on some like network that was very straight laced and whatever, they don't want to see that. That's not going to get ratings.
Well,
they
and
want.
this is her way to kind of manipulate them to do what she wants them to do.
But also, did they even know that the camera was in the room? Or,
No.
Once you go on a reality show, don't you have to like sign those agreements? You have to know where like everything is.
But I don't think there was supposed
I'm
to be a
not sure how
camera in the
that works.
bedroom, or it
Exactly.
wasn't supposed to be
Remember
on
they
at that
got hit.
time.
Yeah.
That's
They
a breach of privacy. So I can see like a
Oh, they
lawsuit
can't
going
use
down.
it. Yeah.
But if the lawsuit happens, it's going to get out, because if a lawsuit.
Yeah.
Yeah, people are gonna find out anyway.
Yeah.
It could leak online.
Someone's going to
Definitely.
leak that
Yeah.
stuff. But, I mean, it's smart. The network can now make them do whatever they want them to do because he doesn't want them to know. But Layla may not agree with that. She may not support him fully if he's not supporting her.
Right.
And that lady at the network is just nasty, or at the production company.
She's a producer.
She's got that. What?
She's a producer.
She's got that nasty hair. I don't know. She just seems just as slimy as Jeff Ford. I'm like,
that's what I
Right?
mean.
Yeah.
I just thought
She's
she-
a
yeah.
TV
What a
job.
job.
I'm saying she's a great actress.
Right.
Yeah.
It's a rough job.
It's all to sell a story, to sell a show. That's what gets the audience, and she's doing her job.
Oh, it's going to get bigger and bigger.
I mean, we all knew this was coming. We've been saying that this is how was gonna come out since like beginning of last season. So this isn't a surprise. It's kind of taken a while to actually get to this point. I thought we were gonna get it last season, but we finally have it. First episode this season.
We'll see if the trainer comes back into the...
Oh, yeah. I love that
Oh my!
guy.
He's probably gonna try to sell something to the media.
It's all going to be very interesting.
You think the trainer's going to do that?
Oh yeah.
Or Brent.
like the
Don't
trainer.
forget Brent.
I like the trainer.
I like the trainer. I
Yeah.
didn't see the trainer being an a-hole guy who would do that. He came across. As
We haven't seen much of him
really
yet.
I don't know.
And
how I
Brent
feel.
has so much. He seems like a great guy, but you can only take so much from someone being that mean. So I don't know. There's a lot that could happen. It may not be the network. It could be someone. It could be Layla, for all we know.
Ooh, Layla gets really bitter.
Prediction right there.
Dun, dun.
Don't save that. I should have saved that.
I already wrote another prediction down, and I like
Good,
hit it.
good.
So I'm learning. It's been a while, guys.
We got to get to
Are we going to go there now?
the biggest story.
No,
All right.
no. Before we get to the big story, can we talk about Teddy and the girls?
yes.
Let's keep it light for as long as we can.
All right. Thank you. Yes. All right. Well,
Cute little
girls have
moment.
moved in. Yeah. Nice new room with Teddy.
New song, thankfully, that she was working on.
Oh, right.
I mean,
But, I mean, little Daphne, I think she's just the cutest thing.
She's
She
so
always gets the short end of the stick. Daphne, please leave for a second while we like, poor thing. But yeah.
Dad!
I also love Keetin at the beginning said, I wonder if she's going to be a brat again this
2
season.
seconds later.
Yeah.
First
That was
first
awesome.
line out of her mouth.
But I give Maddie credit for, because she was very right to feel that she couldn't be that open with her dad because of the things that she was really, wanting. She wants Deacon, she wants her dad and mom to get married. Now that her dad and mom are broken up, best case scenario for her is that Deacon and Rayna get together. So that is probably awkward for her
Oh, it
to
would
talk
be.
to Teddy about, because Teddy has shown so much hatred towards Deacon. And so I really, really respect and I really, really like Teddy this episode. And I hope this is the Teddy we continue to see, of him being open and co-parenting and just being really awesome about the music and
It's
supportive
about
of Maddie.
time.
Totally
Yeah.
agree with you. And I like that he was definitely looser, and he's like, no, I like music. And he's like, and me and Governor can be fun too.
Yeah.
I like that he's not just hating on Deacon so much and hating on the music. And then he's like, which I think will help them warm up to a little bit of more of his lifestyle and then start to respect him for what he does too.
It's just a struggle in general, that whole situation. So now that they can take a step back and really actually put Maddie before themselves and the
finally.
power struggle in that, I think it'll be good. I like them
Yeah.
myself.
Yeah. We're all Team Teddy tonight.
Yay, Teddy!
Yeah.
Never before until tonight.
will it
New
stay?
They all grow
Yeah.
on you.
Will he stay that way? That's the question.
We shall see.
We will see. Save it.
I'm not really
I
worried.
have a prediction.
All right, shall we get dark?
Yeah, let's get dark. All
Talk about
right.
7 carats.
Yep.
My
Let's
gosh,
talk about
that
the
ring.
massive love triangle.
I cannot.
Oh my god.
She is so
When he just
upset with
walks
Rayna
out.
James
This is
right
what
now.
I was freaking out
am.
about via Twitter.
I'm just
I was like, I
annoyed.
can't. This episode, I just could not handle the craziness.
This is the best episode ever. This is awesome.
Team Luke over here.
Say what
Now, so
else.
were you upset with Rayna this evening? What were?
I was surprised with Rayna. Actually, the way I did not think that she was going to tell Deacon no. After the whole make-out session in the last episode with Deacon, I was like, oh, I can understand. Yes, Rayna did say she has grown up. She has moved on. No, she hasn't, especially the last shot when she was smiling and then she wasn't sure about everything.
And shaking her ring.
Yeah. I mean, you can tell, not to jump too far ahead, but at the end, that last shot on her,
Oh,
she was
yes.
questioning everything, and once you question it, nothing's set.
We knew
Nothing set in
this,
stone.
though. We knew she's going to pick
Yeah.
Luke, and it's all going to come unraveling at some point. It has to.
They can't give us Deacon so early on, but I mean,
know.
come on. When you pull down 20 boxes of memorabilia from your ex, I mean,
Wait, we got to talk about
break.
that.
And flashbacks throughout that.
We
too.
have to talk about
Because-
the flashback.
Right, that flashback alone should have sealed the deal on that answer right there.
You can't really think that he was attractive back in the day
I
with
think
that
he's
mullet
attractive
wig
now.
that Luke was wearing.
I'd pull it, right?
Look at that mullet weave.
That was the
That
nastiest.
was a little much.
Him
That was a
trying
little
so
much.
hard to be a part of it. Now he's got. That's just what I'm saying. Why he's shady. He was trying so hard. Oh, I'll go out there with you. I'll take care of you. I know Deacon's drunk. And now he's like, I'm the big man on campus. I want the girl now, and I'll be able to get her because of my status. That's why I don't trust him.
him.
I think
love
so.
it. I love
I
this.
think so.
This is why you two have to sit there
Silent when you
together,
think.
because we just can watch and laugh.
No.
It's true.
Deacon has been, he's so selfish. Okay, from the beginning, I loved him. Get out.
There is the door right over there.
Come on, ladies. Okay, I know we want like this fairy tale and we want them to be together and they've been singing forever together, but it's the past. And seriously, Deacon had his time. He had so many chances to be with her. He screwed up time after time. And even this episode, he said, I wasn't the same person I was so many years ago. I was the same person I was last year.
Right.
So Rayna know who he's gonna be next year or next month?
But you don't know that about anybody.
This guy.
Right.
But Luke was there for her when Deacon was drunk that many years ago, and he's there for her now. He hasn't changed.
Just kind of like he was just, I don't know. But honestly, I don't know that I think Deacon's selfish. I think Rayna's selfish. If I had to pick, no, I do. I think she gets her pick of these men. When is she ever going to have somebody who's not like wanting to be back with her? You know what I mean? Sometimes it's like she annoys me sometimes.
I agree with you because she made this whole we go into last season and she's all with Deacon and everything. Oh, finally, like she's gonna let go of the past.
Right.
And she's gonna. Because come on, they're in love. They love each other. It's like how long does she make him pay for that? She kept the deepest secret from him ever, and that's inexcusable to me. That's in somebody else's life, and she was selfish for that. So I just feel like finally it's just like. At this point, if she doesn't go with him, I'm kind of ready for him to move on.
Well, yeah, and
okay.
That's the thing too, though. It'd be different, and I don't think I would mind nearly as much if she picked Luke and she was really standing behind that. She knew I'm letting go of the past, but you see in that last frame of her face, she's not.
I feel like she loves Deacon, but I don't think she should be in love with him anymore. I don't even think if she believes she's in love with him anymore because he screwed her over so many times and he's moved on and she didn't go in there and be like, hey, I still love you.
I know, but I still
come back to me.
I agree with JJ about the Maddie. Like, I think they're square.
She messed up
they're
hardcore.
square. Like, they both just need to move on.
But do you blame her for keeping that from him? I mean, he was a drunk.
I do.
I do
don't.
because
for as long as it happened,
yeah.
Because that doesn't affect. That's not her. That's a child. I mean, she messed her child and his child's life. I mean, you're also not take you and him out of the situation. She's also messing with her kid's brain on that part.
The point is they both have a past and they have a lot of that past together, and I think that's why it's never going to be the end of Deacon and Rayna.
But this is the thing. We were all saying, and I just thought of this because we were all saying the entire time, oh, if she picks Luke, that's an easy decision. No, the easy decision is Deacon.
So we can all be loving their love.
Come on. The history's already, Deacon said it, the history's already there. They will always have that. So why not just have it together?
Keep it history.
Yes.
Let's ask. We haven't heard from Mama Keetin. Let's ask her. Who does she want?
Miss Patsy Klein.
Yeah.
Who do you like?
Who do you want Rayna with?
Well, I think it's time for her to move on. I really do.
You're on Team Luke?
With Luke or just move on?
I just think she needs to move on. I don't think she's in love with Luke. I don't think she can trust Deacon, like you said. I think she needs to, but I don't know but she's clearly not in love with Luke.
Right.
Really?
No, that's the issue. So don't pick one if you know like you want to move past Deacon. Don't pick someone you're not actually in love with.
I think she is in love with him, but she doesn't know for sure. Like, I feel like there is love there. I feel like there is genuine love
I don't
there.
know if it's in love.
It would be safe love.
Yes.
Love, yeah.
Now, what's the sorry, go ahead.
No, I was just going to say, and I think it's going to take Deacon to fall in love with someone else for her to
be like, oh, I might lose him.
Maybe this is the one I need to stay with. I don't know.
What's your mother's perspective on Rayna keeping the secret from Maddie for so long?
Horrible. I think that was, that's wrong.
It is.
She robbed him. And
of many years.
That's unfair.
And her and her
daughter.
daughter.
And the daughter.
Maddie herself.
Yeah. So I think that, although she had a great upbringing, right, but I think she deserved to be with her father. And the father deserved to have his child.
Yeah.
Once he was stable enough, I do agree with I don't know. It's just interesting. There's just so much history and so many mess ups on everyone's part.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's like I don't mind Luke in the sense if she really did love him. I just don't see it. I think she's like, I've got to do this. I've got to take a stand against Deacon finally, like move on. And that's not what it's about.
Yeah.
Agree. I totally agree. And I still, I don't know, there's just something that's still so seedy about him that I still think in this, sorry, I know she hates me, but I know in this season I feel like there's going to be something that now if she's going to pick him, well, I guess I should save it for predictions. But
makes sense.
Yeah, that something's going to come out.
When he got out of the car and she was not there at this event and he's trying to talk, not let anybody know what could be happening. And she gets there and he's like, turns it on. It's like the king and queen of country, though. Like, that's what he loves about it. He also loves that he got this woman from Deacon, whom he hated back when they were all traveling together. It's more like that stuff. I don't think it's actually genuine love on his part.
Let's talk about him getting out of the car and coming over and decking him.
Yeah.
I thought that was brilliant. I mean, what other guy, you confess your love to this woman and you're with her, you take great care of her, you propose to her, and she says yes, and then this guy, this schmo who frigging messed up.
He's not a schmo. No.
Okay, I take schmo back. No, but this guy that messed up so many times is like, oh no, she's about to get away, I'm gonna go do it now. Why now? No, he deserves to be decked in the face.
No, but I
agree with you on
loved the line, why can't you let her be happy?
Yes.
Would Rayna be happy with?
If Deacon hadn't been like, oh, will you marry me now and give the old ring?
No.
Yeah, she would have been happy.
There would have still been tons of
would
unanswered
Rayna be
questions.
Happy with Luke?
No.
Well,
No.
I think she would be happy if
She would be
Deacon
happy
went
with
away.
Deacon.
here's the thing, too. I don't think he would have had to go punch him if he felt very secure and in love with this woman in the first place. I think
No,
it's
he
still a
didn't.
competition between Deacon. Who's going to get the girl? It's not,
He's like,
I
yeah,
love
get
this
the
woman. I'm going to give her time to really figure out if I'm the one she's in love with and wants to be with. Instead, he had to go show his like power. I'm the one that
Because he
proposed.
probably thinks that I feel like I'm seeing it from Luke's side rather than Rayna's, because I feel like Luke is so in love with her and he's so pissed at Deacon because he thinks that Rayna still has feelings for him. Still
She
has
does.
feelings for
He
Deacon,
knows,
so it's
yeah.
like punching you in the face and like, why do you have to go mess with her brain now?
Well, and
Because he's what's the word? He knows how much he loves her, but he doesn't know how much she loves him.
But wouldn't you want to be confident in that and not have to worry about some other guy? Like, he shouldn't, like, I don't know.
He should have taken the high road and done nothing.
Yeah, I don't think he should have punched him. But one time I will defend him is I actually do think that Rayna was maybe a little too honest when she went over to talk to him too and was telling him things that like, you know, like Deacon and I will always have this connection. She kind of went overboard.
No, I
don't think
disagree.
so?
No, if
I
you're gonna
kinda
marry
thought-
somebody, you need to be able to get all of it out, or there's always gonna be mistrust or some issues. If you just gotta communication, open communication.
I think communication, but I think there's a fine line to where something, I don't know. I think that was probably pretty hurtful for him to hear. And
I think it's honest, though. I just think that was her whole point, though. I need to be able to be honest with this person. And she can tell Deacon everything. She can tell him he's being an awful person. She can tell him you're a drunk. You know what I mean? But with Luke, I just feel
a
like
little bit in her mouth.
that was good. Good save there. But with Luke, I just don't think she can be because he gets too caught up in it and wants to like be the, I don't know. It's like
but he, like, even when she told him and you guys were like, oh, see, he's leaving her, he's walking away. He walked away, he calmed down, and he came back. He didn't go drinking.
But he then went and punched Deacon and
Yeah,
didn't
right,
actually
he
sit
did.
down.
Everybody has demons, but can we just remember the Luke from last season? We did see seedy Luke last season.
And that's
seedy
what we're
Luke is
waiting
there.
on.
Where it's gonna come back.
That's
Please
what we're
remind
waiting
me.
on.
Luke
What
was
happened?
seedy. Luke was
when
seedy.
he called Jeff and
Yeah.
He called Jeff about something. The whole situation with his son, releasing
Right.
the
Yeah,
video.
Bringing Deacon on tour just to bring your
Yep,
enemies
just to-
closer.
Yep.
There's more to it. He definitely has an ulterior motive.
He's
I feel like he's always
sneaky.
manipulating it for
Yeah.
whatever's best kind of for his
And it
career.
may be to get back at Deacon. You see the tension they had. There's so many things that we don't know from the past, and that's what's cool about the flashbacks is we'll get to see more of that.
And also, Luke has more to lose because he's a public figure and Deacon is not. So he has to keep up his appearances and do anything he can to keep his public figure. And Deacon's just in it.
Which is
in the
exactly
middle.
why he proposed to her in front of everyone where
In
she
front
couldn't
of
say
everyone.
no.
Yep.
Yeah.
That was
Seedy.
the other thing that I think.
Seedy.
You know, yeah.
I'm
That
losing
was
this
seedy
battle
violence.
right now.
But don't you think there's a reason why they use the symbols of the two rings together, the old ring and the beautiful 7-carat ring? I mean, because that
point.
scene, I think that
Definitely.
has a little indication of what kind of life. I mean, that's just what I was thinking.
It definitely.
Why would they show that at the beginning of the show, right?
Yeah.
So what's showy and demonstrative versus real and simple and
Exactly.
I definitely agree, and it's not usually like Rayna to go for that. And like even when
Right.
she was at the party and she,
It's not usual
That
for
was a
Rayna to go
little
for that. She
weird.
married Teddy.
Well, Teddy though wasn't.
She loved
like,
Teddy,
yeah,
and knew that at that point in time she couldn't be with Deacon. So I think he's nothing compared to what Luke would be in her life in terms of like.
Rayna's different with Luke. Like she is more into the playing the
She's
press
playing
and playing the getting out of the car and showing the ring and flashing it. I mean that
was a little weird. I gotta say
her
that was a
stuff.
little
Style
Right. So actually, they're using each other because she has a label that she's got to make successful as well. It's just not. It's not the true deep love that you see between her and Deacon. The one that where they're like, we know we're in love with each other. We just shouldn't be together. With Luke and Rayna, it's kind of like, well, let's be together because it'll help us both. It looks good for both of us.
We could argue about this all night.
Right.
And how she could choose seeing Deacon sing that song to go be with Luke that night.
Well, and she missed it, and that's the thing.
I know.
And Maddie's gonna have to tell her the words of that, the lyrics to that song, and what.
Maddie's not stupid. Maddie's gonna call her mom out. Mom, where were you?
And she knows she wants that. So
I can't wait for that.
Maddie the manipulator.
I like it. She's honest. She wants her mom and dad to get her real mom and dad to be together.
She'll
Can't
do
blame her
anything
for
to
that.
get Deacon back.
I like it.
I love that Teddy and Deacon though are friends now. Well, they're not friends, but they're.
Well,
He's Teddy's shine.
They're cordial, and that's
Teddy's
important.
accepting, which is a big
Character
step.
growth.
Yes, a big step.
It's great because I think we saw enough of them clashing last season.
Yeah.
So now
Yeah,
I like
I'm
that we
kinda
can
over it.
focus on the Deacon Luke battle now.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. All right. Anything we missed? Anything anybody else wants to bring up?
True, I think.
I
Oh,
mean,
I don't know. Wait, I feel like there's one. Scarlett, we didn't talk. She looks different, y'all. Don't you think?
Scarlett looks really skinny.
Yeah, girlfriend's lost some pounds. Tandy's hair. We didn't comment on any of it. We didn't comment on any of it.
Why would you do that to Judith? Judith is a beautiful woman.
I know. I thought that too. I was like, that kind of explains her short haircut.
It's
from
some
when we
changes.
actually met her.
It's funny though because it really was supposed to.
Yeah, it was really cute.
But it was really supposed to lead in like last season is still the same time as it's happening right now. You know what I mean? It was just like 12 hours before. This is how they. So it's still the same, but there's some drastic changes. People change real quick in that
Connie's
day.
hair is shorter.
Oh
too.
yeah, that's true.
She looked good though. Girl
She
looks
did.
good.
She did.
Hayden's
Every
very
season she gets more and more beautiful. It's amazing.
Connie Britton.
Freaking Connie.
Goddess.
Amazing.
All
Okay,
right.
well,
Some-
if that's it,
Do we
we're going to
press?
dive into some news and gossip.
Oh, that's what I meant. Here's the gossip. I said, can we get some press?
Well, from the press.
Hot from the
Yes. Okay, so talking about Connie Britton, you guys, because she has been Tammy Taylor on Friday Night Lights, and now she's Rayna James on Nashville. So she's had to work on some serious Southern accents. But it's kind of interesting. Huh?
Dirt.
But so it's kind of cool because she talks about how she's kind of switched it up. And so she actually spent a large part of her childhood in Virginia. So that kind of helped her with getting into the accents. But she says she makes a conscious effort to make it different from the Texas Southern accent. So she doesn't say y'all nearly as much as Tammy Taylor did. She says she just becomes Rayna James. And she says her accent's supposed to be more reflective of the affluent Tennessee community.
All right.
Isn't that interesting?
see that.
Like she has to practice her dialect,
Yeah.
and you know, the dialect coach that's actually works on Nashville and helps all of these cast members said she's just a natural. She can easily just become Rayna James.
Well, I think it's awesome. Like it's important that different characters that you portray have different. Like, your character has a voice, and Tammy Taylor is not Rayna James. So I'm glad that
She just
doesn't
becomes
Yeah.
someone. It's interesting.
Yeah,
It's so
It's
funny you mention that
amazing.
because I just saw the film This Is Where I Leave You, and Connie Britton's in it, and she didn't have an accent. I got so used to her as Rayna James. I was like, wow,
It's
completely
interesting.
different person.
But definitely a movie you guys should check out. It's excellent, and she plays like a hot older woman with
Yeah.
a younger guy.
Ooh.
Yes, so
Probably
she's
the
a cougar.
only
It's very-
sane
yeah.
person in that film.
Yeah.
But she was great.
She was.
She played an amazing role in that film.
Well, another interesting thing, because I know Rayna obviously has her pick between two men, but in real life, Connie Britton has her son, and she apparently they quoted her saying, you know, that she is looking for a father figure. She said that is now ruining her dating life because they're all posting about this, all these headlines about how she wants a father figure, and she's like, well, how am I going to go on dates? She's like, it's not that important right now. Like, eventually it'd be nice, but it's hurting her dating life.
Oh my goodness.
Goodness gracious. Okay, some other fun stuff. They talked about working with a pregnant Hayden Panettiere. And Avery, Jonathan Jackson, said she is on point just like always, but occasionally she has to take some breaks to rest her feet because her feet are starting to hurt.
She's so little, and she's
Two,
on
I
what, 3
can't
months
imagine.
away.
Oh my
3 months
goodness.
away. So can you imagine? on set for 12 to 14 hours a day. Like, girl's still making
Rock
moves.
star.
Her
She's
fiance
doing well.
is gigantic, so I can't imagine the size of that baby. In
Oh my gosh. That poor girl. She's so little. Okay, so every single woman out there wants to know, is Sam Palladio single? What do y'all think?
No.
I thought we said no. I thought we had a little romance.
And that
with,
is not the truth.
Oh.
Bustle.com says
What did Bustle.com say?
he is single. He is single. They actually, we thought Zoe and Chaley and what's his Sam? All these character names might have had a little something, but no, he's fully focused on the music. So he's a single man in Nashville, writing and moving along. So
when are we going to
ladies,
Nashville?
ladies.
When are we going to Nashville?
You're married.
Yeah.
Come on, leave several girls on this panel. Yeah.
Yes, seriously.
Okay, last one, which is kind of fun. Just some fun guest stars to look forward to. Derek Huff from Dancing with the Stars. So he is actually going to play Noah West, who is involved in the biopic of Patsy Klein.
Any relation to Northwest?
We should ask that. Same initials. But apparently he plays opposite Juliet and something happens. Something. And a couple real life country stars coming on the show. Sarah Evans and Luke Bryan.
Nice.
So stay tuned for that. It's going to be some good stuff. But
So
that is all the
exciting.
news and gossip I've got tonight.
Maybe that's who Rayna could move on with.
Yeah.
I'm down.
We'll see how
The real Luke.
the two Lukes when they come head to head. Luke Bryan's always gonna win. People. Gotta give it that. You gotta give us that.
Luke Bryan,
It's
always.
the baseball cap.
Oh,
it's
it's
the
those
baseball
It's so cute.
It's
That
that
cat's
butt
always
shaking,
those-
grooving.
that
He's
hip,
got
He
it.
does shake his butt a lot.
He knows what to do, even if he falls off stage, y'all.
Not once, but
Come visit us, please, Luke.
Oh man. Oh, last thing. I do have one more thing. There is the first ever country music festival in Vegas, the Route 91 Harvest Festival, taking place next weekend, beginning of October, and our very own Deacon and Scarlett, Charles Eston, and what is her name? Claire Bowen will be performing on the main stage.
Oh my goodness.
They're so good
So
live.
it's kind of cool.
That's
I
amazing.
love Claire Bowen live. I just the tone of her voice is so beautiful.
Beautiful.
I want to see her.
I think it's gonna be great seeing those two playing while you've got Blake Shelton and Miranda Lambert, you know, and they're just mixing right in. So that's the cool thing about this show in general.
well, we didn't even talk about Deacon Charles Eston playing guitar for Florida Georgia Line on the show. Like he definitely sells it. I mean, you just feel like he's
Fits
belongs
right
with
in.
everybody.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's amazing that these,
So good.
and then when you see, if you've ever seen any of the characters on different shows playing different characters,
Right.
you're just like, wait, he's not really a singer who just
He's
acts
also
on the show. Like it's kind of
a comedian as
crazy.
well, and all that.
Yeah, exactly.
That song, real quick though, that he did sing about Rayna, he wrote with Deanna Carter.
Oh,
Ooh,
Kind of
Wow.
interesting, right?
that's really good.
So they're just like it's so
It's amazing.
just meshed together.
Is he
It's very
single?
cool. If only he's got him a woman and some kids.
Cute kids. Yeah.
Okay.
It's okay.
She's
we'll
a lucky
pretend.
lady.
Deacon's single. Okay.
Look that up after the first season.
First episode.
I think
Not a stalker here or anything, but just check out research.
Love
research.
it.
but you dream, and then sometimes those dreams kind of become reality, and then you just think that's what's happening.
I
and-
got you, honey.
All right. Well, let's move
Breaking
on
my
into
heart.
predictions.
And now, your AFTERBUZZ TV predictions.
We play bagpipes during Outlander, so it's very weird to hear the actual the real alien music.
Shameless plug.
What do you got?
Who wants to start?
I think I mentioned this earlier, but I think the baby's gonna be Avery's, and they're gonna have to work it out, and they're gonna be so happy together.
You're such a hopeless romantic.
Blissfully married for 3 weeks.
I love it. I think Scarlett and Gunnar, something's going to be rekindled there when they start riding again, since she turned back that car to Nashville. And I think Luke's true colors will come out at some point to where Rayna's going to be like, again, I didn't follow my heart, I followed my head, and here back to square one.
I think Deacon is going to be a huge rock for Will. I think all this is going to come out, and I think I bet you Will move in with Deacon. I bet you Deacon's going to take care of Will. And I think that Teddy is gonna get a love interest.
Let's
We're
hope.
gonna get a new love interest for Teddy because he's happy, he's positive, and he wants to co-parent.
And not a crazy, not a crazy like
Not the
Peggy.
crazy
Peggy.
Teddy.
Woo,
Ugh.
Peggy,
Or
Cantor.
the last woman, I don't even forget that
We
that
never-
girl's name.
The
lawyer?
Deacon
Yeah,
that was
slash-
Deacon.
Oh,
Don't.
ew,
Don't.
I blacked that out.
Oh yeah, she was with Teddy. I forgot that
Yeah,
girl.
they
Mm-mm.
Yeah.
together.
Yeah,
Good.
What about
You
you?
forget so quickly.
I'm with you. I actually wrote down the Deacon Will thing too. I think Deacon.
Oh,
I think because now
awesome.
he kind of overheard it, and I think he'd be a good support for him. And I also think one of the ways we're going to see more Will seediness is through the flashbacks. I think they're going to utilize that to show us how somehow. Even back in the day when they were on the road, because they started to plant that seed tonight, so I can kind of see that going forward. And I don't know about this one, but I want this all season long, so I'm gonna push for the Glenn Tandy romance.
Ooh.
Glenn needs a little loving.
That's cute.
Hashtag
Come
more
on.
mullet.
I think because we see Teddy actually being kind of a good guy, and I'm hoping I will give him the benefit of doubt that he will be a good guy and he will just be the more accepting throughout the whole season. He'll stay this way, and I would love, and I'm gonna predict that there's gonna be a scene where he goes up to Deacon and be like, you can. It's like, yes, not really giving permission, but it's like, yes, you and Rayna are meant to be together.
I love
And pretty much like saying, yes, I approve.
Right.
Go get your woman.
Maybe he'll say that to Rayna.
Yeah,
we got it.
I
She's
think
in the
so.
writers'
It'll be
room.
on the
Oh
wedding.
my
It'll
God,
be on the
that'd be
wedding
amazing.
day.
And he's like,
Or
Rayna,
go get
I
go
was
get your
married to
man.
you.
Teddy's the one that
I love
stands up.
that.
I am Ted.
Yeah. Like Rayna, I was married to you for so many years. Like you always loved Deacon then, you love him now. Go with your lover.
Good one.
I
Good
think
one.
so. That's
Mom?
great.
Do you have any?
I think Gunnar and Charlotte are definitely going to go back.
Have
really
to.
do. But
That-
I don't think Avery is the father.
Really?
No, I just think it'd be too easy.
And if it's Jeff, what do you think's gonna happen?
Lose the baby.
You think like she's gonna lose it through like
She's due December, right?
right?
So in real life, so I think they're gonna go on a break and they're gonna come back and she's not gonna be pregnant anymore and she's
was
not gonna have a
rough.
baby.
She means
kinda
like by
think that
natural
way.
causes.
My gosh.
Either way, if it's Jess, you don't want a baby Jeff riding around.
Yeah, that's
Lose the baby.
Lose it, get rid of it.
Obviously, it's late over here, so.
Oh my
Oh my god.
Oh. This was fun, ladies. I'm glad we're all back.
And on that note,
Wrap us up. All right. Where can they find you ladies at?
you can find me on Instagram, Facebook, Vine, Twitter. Am I forgetting anything
Got
else?
it.
At Violet Kanian.
You can find me on Twitter and Instagram at southern_wit and on my website, whitney-lane.com.
So cute. WhitneyDashland.com. I wish I could be that cute. You guys can find me on Twitter and Instagram and Facebook at Keetin Marchi. That's KeetinMarchi.
Right
That was
below.
sexy.
It's right below you
Right, yeah.
on the screen.
Yeah. Oh, right here.
All right, you can find me at JJ Jurgens, Facebook,
Social
Twitter.
media.
Social. And Jurgens JJ on Instagram, and then my blog at tomgirl.tv.
And you can follow me on Twitter and on Instagram at Serafini TV.
Yay!
All right. Well, thank you guys so much. We'll see you again here
Next week with Luke Bryan on the show next week. Not this show, but
Don't
the
give me
show.
a heart attack.
Wouldn't that be great?
That would.
Oh my gosh. I don't think
Bye.
we would do a
She's
show.
in town end of the month.
Yeah.
We'll get her.
All right.
Yeah. Cut
See
us.
y'all.
From executive producers Maria Menounos, Kevin Undergaro, Phil Svitek, and the entire AfterBuzz TV staff, we would like to thank you for listening to the AfterBuzz TV network. To watch or listen to other after shows and post comments or questions, be sure to visit AfterBuzzTV.com. I'm Sir Richard Wentworth, and this has been a presentation of AfterBuzz TV.
Buzz you later.
The views expressed herein are those of the host only.
Hey,
and
there,
not
good
necessarily
buddy.
reflect the views of
Handles
AfterBuzz
Woolly
TV or
Bear.
its owners or principals.
I'm a truck driving man, but I'm not that old school kind.